Hello, 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 and good evening to you all. It is I, the AlkaliYogi, on what I believe is my first live in 2024. And we are going to get right into it. I hope you have a delicious snack or a delicious bevy. I'm drinking a very therapeutic hot chocolate. If you didn't know that hot chocolate has healing properties, well, just stay away from the cheap artificial stuff. Get yourself some quality dark chocolate, preferably organic. Some organic nut milk, make it at home maybe, and add some spices. In fact, we're going to speak about spices, seasonal spices, since we are in this here winter season, and how they can help to heal you. That is, if you're interested in self-healing. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but the same people that benefit from your illness, thank you. The same people that are benefiting from your illness cannot also be in the business of wanting to make you healthy. But that's just what I learned in school, Econ 101. But you tell me, are there businesses that can operate on two business models, one in which they benefit when you're ill and they benefit when you're healthy? I would think that they would be losing a client or a customer. I don't know. So anyways, getting right into it, I came across this wonderful article titled Celebrating the Health Benefits of Holiday Spices. Now, we are no longer in the holiday season, although Easter's not too far away, maybe 5 weeks or so for those of you that observe. Many holiday herbs and spices add health benefits to your favorite holiday meals and drinks. And in fact, in this hot cocoa here, I'll get into that. Don't you worry, Lawless Ron. What we have here in this hot cocoa, we have ginger, turmeric, cloves, cinnamon, and nutmeg, all organic, of course. Cheers to you, fam. All natural. So let's get into it. One of the most wonderful things about the holiday season, which is behind us now, is the delicious aromas wafting from the kitchen. Cinnamon, orange, nutmeg, and allspice fill the air and are among the most quintessential flavors of the winter. The herbs and spices we choose to enhance our meals tend to change throughout the year, and Christmas and winter have their own set of aromas and flavors that many of us look forward to. Along with their delectable flavors, most herbs and spices have a variety of health benefits that you probably were not aware of. So, are you interested in knowing what those benefits might be? We're nearly there. Let's look at some of the most popular holiday spices, also known as winter spices, really and truly, and how, along with enhancing the dishes we love, they can improve our health this season, this being the winter season. Final thoughts. It's incredible to think that spices that make our holiday dishes delicious are brimming with so many health benefits, and we have only just scratched the surface. So grate a little extra nutmeg into your eggnog this year, or in my case, hot cocoa, and make an extra batch or 2 or 3 or 4 of gingerbread cookies. Does anyone make gingerbread cookies in January? Well, actually, we're in February now, aren't we? And nearly the end. My goodness, time flies. And enjoy some allspice in your mulled cider this holiday winter season. And taste buds and your health, both your taste buds and your health will benefit. Indeed, they will. Let's get into allspice, beginning with allspice. Despite its name, allspice isn't a mixture of different spices, but it is one spice made from the berries of the tropical plant Pimenta dioica. Oh, I reckon I probably slaughtered that one, so forgive me. Dioica? No, dioica. Pimenta dioica? We'll go with that, yeah? Which is native to Jamaica, also to the West Indies and Central America. This sweet and savory spice goes well in holiday dishes such as cookies and cakes, pies, soups, wines, ciders, and a variety of meats. Allspice is the prominent flavor in the Jamaican jerk seasoning and will add a bit or a lot of pizzazz to any recipe. Allspice has anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties and contains eugenol, a beneficial compound also found in cloves, cinnamon and ginger, turmeric, pepper, and oregano, as well as thyme. Studies have shown that eugenol has antibacterial, antifungal, antioxidant, and anti-cancer properties. I've just said to you all that allspice has anti-cancer properties. I do believe that that is something that you should meditate on. A 2012 review of Pimenta Diosas, we'll say, its medicinal properties states, recent studies have shown 2 of the known compounds isolated from allspice, eugenol and gallic acid, have selective anti-proliferative and anti-tumor properties on human cancer cells and their animal models. New characterization of novel compounds such as erysipeline from the aqueous extract of allspice berries show potent anti-prostate cancer and anti-breast cancer properties that can be verified in vitro as well as in vivo. A 2015 study found that allspice killed breast cancer cells and delayed the growth of triple-negative breast cancer in mice. So, know anyone who could benefit from this? And when was the last time your doctor asked you to address your sickness or your ailments with something natural, like herbs, which, by the way, interact harmoniously and beautifully with the body with no side effects? Star anise. Star anise is the dried fruit of Illicium verum or star anise tree, a member of the magnolia family and a native to China and Vietnam. Star anise can be used in sweet or savory dishes and is a common addition to holiday dishes such as soups and stews, broths, meats, muddled cider, and various desserts. It has a sweet, peppery, licorice flavor. Star anise is one of the 5 spices, Sichuan pepper, fennel, cassia, and cloves that make up the famous Chinese 5-spice powder. Star anise is used in the pharmaceutical industry as it's an abundant source of shikimic acid needed to make anti-flu drug oseltamivir or Tamiflu. So my question is, why would you not just take the star anise? At least start there now. Makes sense to me. But hey, what do I know? A 2010 study found that star anise demonstrated antibacterial effects against 67 strains of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Star anise also has antifungal activities, with a Korean study finding that extracts and the essential oil of star anise showed antifungal activities against Candida albicans, a common cause of fungal infections such as thrush and vaginal yeast infections. Fam, I'm dropping gems. I'm dropping gems. These are all things that people suffer from. I've now mentioned several of them, which they shouldn't be common, but they are, and they definitely shouldn't be normalized, so let's not. Cinnamon. During the holidays, the scent of cinnamon infuses coffee shops, bakeries, and local restaurants offering holiday fare. Cinnamon is the perfect combination of sweet and spicy and goes well with chocolate, coffee, and almost every dessert. Like all the spices on our list, cinnamon has an impressive list of health benefits and can be used in cooking as a medicine, and has been used in cooking as a medicine for centuries. According to historical accounts, cinnamon was used more valuable than gold. I'm going to repeat that. According to historical accounts, cinnamon was once more valuable than gold and was at one time the most profitable spice in the Dutch East India Company, a trading company founded in 1602. They knew what it was. Wise were our ancestors. Wise they were. Cinnamon has antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antiparasitic, anti-diabetic, anti-lipemic, used to treat excess fats in the blood, and anti-cancer properties. Know anyone that could benefit from that? A 2020 study published in Molecules tested cinnamon's chemoprotective and therapeutic effects on breast carcinoma in rats, mice, and different cell lines. The study concluded that C. Zeylanicium L. cinnamon showed chemopreventative and therapeutic activities in animal breast carcinoma models that were also significantly confirmed by mechanistic evaluations in vitro and in vivo. Studies show cinnamon helps to lower blood pressure as well as blood sugar. Multiple studies also show it lowers cholesterol and is beneficial for the heart. So why would you not take it? Add cinnamon. It's anti-cancer. It's good for the heart. It lowers blood sugar and it reduces blood pressure. And it came from Mother Nature. And it has no negative side effects. Cinnamon is also known as antifungal, with a 2016 study demonstrating that cinnamon essential oil combined with olive oil exhibited antifungal activity against different fungal infections, including several types of candida, which commonly infect humans. A 2020 study evaluated cinnamon essential oil at 4 different concentrations, 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%, to test its effectiveness against strains of Candida albicans. The study found that cinnamon essential oil had a better antifungal effect than nystatin, a common drug used to treat fungal or yeast infections in the skin. I can't make this stuff up, guys. Man always trying to go against nature. How's it working out for us? Medical error being the third largest killer in the West. I digress. So again, I'm going to read that part again because it is so effective. That study found that cinnamon essential oil had a better antifungal effect than nystatin, a common drug used to treat fungal or yeast infections of the skin. Researchers found that the higher the concentration of the cinnamon oil, the more potent its antifungal properties. In Ayurvedic medicine, the traditional medicine of India, cinnamon is used to treat various types of sexual dysfunction. A 2013 study validated this use, finding that cinnamon improved age-related sexual dysfunction in Wistar rats. Another win for cinnamon and Mother Nature. Cloves. Cloves are another spice we see in abundance around the holidays and in the winter. A long history of use in cooking and medicine. So it has a very long history in both cooking and medicine. Traditionally, cloves have been used for infection to treat pain. Cloves contain potent antioxidant, antibacterial, antiviral, and anti-inflammatory properties. Eugenol is clove's main bioactive compound, which research suggests may be responsible for its anti-cancer properties. Again, I've just given you, 3 or 4 herbs? Spices rather, that are anti-cancer, antimicrobial, anti-parasitic, and you're choosing to turn your nose at them. Why? Because they're not promoted to you in between segments of your favorite show. That's because cinnamon and cloves, allspice, they don't have a budget for marketing. But you know who does? A big pharma. All right, so carrying on. A 2022 review of previous studies stated that eugenol, so again, we're speaking about cloves, that eugenol is effective against cancers like breast, cervical, lung, prostate, melanomas, leukemias, osteosarcomas, glycomas, etc., as evident from preclinical investigations. The review concluded that eugenol could have massive potential for the prevention and treatment of cancer. And yet, how often is diet considered a factor that is discussed with your doctors when it comes to either preventing or reversing cancer? When was the last time cloves were prescribed to you as a form of treating, reversing, possibly curing cancer? In any case, clove essential oil, which contains roughly 89% eugenol, is also a potent antifungal against candida yeast, aspergillus fungus, and dermatophyte, a pathogenic fungus that grows on the skin. Cloves pair well with meats and curries. They go well with apples and pumpkins and are a tasty addition to warming holiday drinks. Cloves are a warming spice with a strong pungent flavor, so you only need a little for maximum deliciousness. Some say if you can taste it, it's likely too much. I sprinkled some cloves, which we now know are anti-cancer, anti-breast cancer, anti-prostate cancer, anti-leukemia, anti-melanoma in this here hot chocolate. What could you add it to? When I tell you, delicious. Heaven in a cup. Let's get into ginger. This one you probably already know is quite potent. Many people use it for like anti-nausea during when they're recovering from a cold or a flu. But let's see what else we can learn about ginger today and its healing properties. Ginger. As a warming herb, ginger is the perfect addition to holiday or winter recipes during the cold fall and winter months. It is commonly made into tea and used in candies, baked goods, foods, medicines, and wine to add a delicious warming flavor and many health benefits. Ginger has been used medicinally for millennia by cultures spanning the globe, including the Egyptians, the Romans, the Greeks, and the Chinese. Last I checked, these were all quite wise, and that's why they've been around for so long. All of these ancient cultures, have they not? In Ayurvedic medicine, ginger harmonizes the digestive system, stimulates the nervous system, and it treats pain. Ginger is a foundational herb in Chinese medicine used to cleanse the body of toxins and as a yang tonic to warm the body and raise the spirit. It has a soothing effect on digestion and is often used for stomach upsets, including nausea, vomiting, constipation, morning sickness, heartburn, gas, and food poisoning. Known for its anti-inflammatory properties and the ability to enhance the immune system, ginger has powerful antioxidant, antimicrobial properties and has demonstrated effects against cancer. A 2018 study on the protective and therapeutic potential of ginger extract, including its most powerful biological compound, 6-gingerol, found that ginger derivatives in the form of an extract or isolated compounds exhibit relevant proliferative, anti-tumor, invasive, and anti-inflammatory activities. Well, listen, I never claimed to be a scientist, so yes, I'm struggling with some of these terms, but trust and believe, I am a licensed health coach, and I have been able to reverse disease. So I've been walking the walk and practicing it for some time now. Ginger is also used to regulate blood sugar, help with weight loss, protect against stomach ulcers, lower cholesterol, enhance brain function, and fight bacterial and fungal infections. Ginger comes in many forms: fresh, dried, ground, candied, and even as an essential oil, giving you various ways to incorporate it. This delicious herb into your life to enjoy its flavor and its health benefits. And here we are at our last one, nutmeg. Did I mention that all of these spices, with the exception of star anise and allspice, are in this very hot cocoa here? Cheers to you, fam, to a healthy 2024 and beyond. My goodness, I wish you could have a sip. Nutmeg, a rich and fragrant spice. Nutmeg is a welcome addition to any holiday table or winter table. Let's not discriminate. An essential ingredient in our holiday eggnog, nutmeg goes well in sweet and savory dishes and is a delicious addition to most root vegetables, especially pumpkin and sweet potatoes. It pairs exceptionally well with dairy products and enhances cakes, cookies, breads, and pies. Nutmeg has ample medicinal benefits and has long been used in traditional medicines. In Ayurvedic medicine, nutmeg benefits digestion, it eases diarrhea, it calms the nerves. Oh, perhaps I'll apply a little bit more to my hot cocoa when I get up from my second cup. Relieves stress and improves sleep. Now, who out there knew that nutmeg could improve sleep? You see, when I tell you that Mother Nature forgot nothing and put everything into the soil, just consider believing me. So, in Chinese medicine, nutmeg is a warming herb known as roduco and is also used to improve digestion and stop diarrhea due to its astringent properties. It also stimulates the circulation of qi, the body's vital energy, and blood, and it relieves pain. Animal studies have also shown that nutmeg supports brain health, improves digestion, and improves heart health by lowering the total and the LDL cholesterol. Studies have shown that nutmeg relieves pain, lowers inflammation, and improves sleep. If you're having problems sleeping, an excellent natural remedy is to add a pinch of nutmeg, a little goes a long way, to a warm glass of milk and drink it before bed. Now, I will add this as your holistic lifestyle coach. Please consider not drinking any more beverages after 8 o'clock if you're going to bed at 10, which is the time ideally to go to bed at, by the way. So I would advise you to cease drinking any liquids 2 hours, minimum of 90 minutes prior to bed. Most people do not have the health that they need to be able to go to sleep with a bladder that will not activate them into waking up into the middle of the night, which in itself is a reflection of poor health, by the way, because there's a specific hormone that, if you're healthy and hormonally balanced, would actually prevent you from making urine, so to speak, whilst sleeping, sort of like when you're able to cease from having to relieve bodily fluids and whatnot during, say, sexual intercourse. The body knows to shut that down. something more pressing is taking place, if you will. Well, with sleep, it's kind of similar. You are supposed to be able to sort of hibernate for that time. But if you are not, and you're waking up with things like a full bladder, again, indicative of probably a hormonal imbalance, poor gut health. If you're unsure, you could always reach out to me for a consultation, AlkaliYogi.com. We could do some tests, run some labs, get you to answer some questionnaires, and probably get to the root of that. Now, if you are healthy, then if you have a drink, prior to bed, you should be okay. When I say drink, I don't mean an alcoholic bevy. I do mean, ladies and gentlemen, an organic cup of dairy, raw, or non-dairy milk with some spices. And I wouldn't just put nutmeg in there. I'd put cloves and ginger and cinnamon and allspice and star anise, all the wonderful things that we have just covered that we know all have healing properties, most of which are anti-cancer. And yet, because none of these herbs or spices, rather, have a budget, they are not heavily promoted. They are not studied oftentimes to great lengths and degree. But you know what is promoted and prescribed? The stuff that they have to sell you that doesn't come from nature that makes money. So some of you are interested in the second part of today's live. This is, by the way, if you haven't figured it out yet, What in the World of Health Wednesday is going on. Just What in the World of Health Wednesday. That's what it is. Haven't been on here for quite some time. I've got another great article. This one is How Dawn's Light Can Transform Your Health. This is really good. I not only practice this myself, I teach this to my clients who need to perform because they are elite athletes or high performance athletes, and also to my clients who are lay people just like me, who just want to be able to master their own health and live a great life and a long one. So once again, How Dawn's Light Can Transform Your Health. Morning sunlight is critical for metabolic health, hormonal function, and more. Exactly what I tell my clients. In our fast-paced world with late night scrolling, you were not a night owl. You indoctrinated and educated yourself. Educated is not the word. You whipped yourself up into that. There was no such thing. When our ancestors didn't have the ability to keep the lights on 24 hours a day and they didn't have screens that they could scroll through endlessly, what do you think people did? And people that still live very much in tune with nature and that don't have all this exposure to electricity and what have you, they simply went to bed when the sun went down and they got up and were active when the sun came up. 1 + 1 still equals 2, even at a time when they tell us it equals 5. So, in our fast-paced world with late-night scrolling, demanding work schedules, and parenting stretching into the wee hours, the temptation of the morning snooze button is stronger than ever. For many, getting up early is unappealing given the well-documented importance of sleep. However, new research suggests that experiencing the sunrise could be one of the most important things that you do for your health each day. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman, don't we love that podcast? From time to time, I tune in. I quite enjoy it. I enjoy Mr. Andrew Huberman. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman lists morning sunlight as one of the 6 fundamental pillars of health alongside daily exercise or movement, quality nutrition, managing stress, healthy relationships, and restorative sleep. Getting sunlight in your eyes first thing in the morning is absolutely vital to mental and physical health, as he asserts in the podcast. Morning sunlight triggers a timely release of cortisol, aligning with the body's natural rhythm. Andrew Huberman emphasizes this practice as possibly the most critical daily activity for metabolic health, hormonal function, and positive mental health. The spectrum of light at sunrise. With the popularity of red light therapy and other light-based treatments, there's a growing interest in artificial sources such as LEDs and lasers. Whilst these are all therapeutic effectives, the sun is our primal, potent, and free source of light therapy. I like free, and I also like all natural. At daybreak, the horizon presents more than a beautiful canvas. It offers a spectrum of light crucial for our well-being. Sunrise combines unique light wavelengths, each impacting the body differently. Guys, we are struggling with sleep. I know this because it is one of the top concerns that my clients have. And until we master the sleep, I don't even bother getting them into the gym because, frankly, if you're not sleeping well, you have no healing and repair cycle. You have no growth cycle. Why would I bother just tearing you down? We're already tore down enough. You have to have good sleep in order to be able to go and get stronger, faster, wiser, smarter, more productive. So I'm going to read that again to you because it is so beautiful and so profound. And I need it to sink into every cell of your being. So you stop playing with your health. Because if you're playing with your sleep, 100% you're playing with your health. At daybreak, the horizon presents more than a beautiful canvas. It offers a spectrum of light crucial for our well-being. Sunrise combines unique light wavelengths, each impacting the body differently. Dawn brings softer, diffuse sunlight, blending the spectrum colors with dominant red and infrared rays, gentler than its midday sunlight. Morning red light is, this is so beautiful. It just warms my heart to read this because it affirms everything I've studied thus far. Let me continue, sorry. Gentler than midday sunlight, morning red light is known for its calming effects and potential to reduce inflammation and enhance circadian rhythms. I'm giving you all of the tools right now to have a sound sleep without artificial melatonin, without cannabis. True, meaningful, impactful sleep. Sleep, if you don't know it, is a miracle drug. It is literally the fastest way to get healthy, to virtually reverse almost anything, depending on how far along you are. The morning sunlight. The morning sun, blue light, also offers benefits. Unlike harmful blue light from screens, natural morning blue light is essential for waking us up by raising cortisol levels and setting our circadian rhythm for the day. Infrared light, though invisible to the naked eye, is another component of morning sunlight. Whilst we cannot see the light, it penetrates deep into the eyes and tissues. It is thought to have healing properties, aiding in cell repair and regeneration. This light is also crucial for the synchronization of our internal biological clocks, aligning our sleep-wake cycle with the natural day-night rhythm. Gems. Take them or leave them. These are gems. Dawn's early light syncs our internal clocks. Before clocks, our internal response to light served as a natural timekeeper. The brain houses light-sensitive cells in the eyes that send signals to the suprachiasmatic nucleus, the SCN, which acts as a central pacemaker for our internal body clock. Our body's sensitivity to light peaks during 3 key times: the first hour after waking, 2 hours before bedtime, and at night. Utilizing these phases of daylight helps regulate circadian rhythm. The day's first light significantly enhances mood and cognition. Jane Neitz, a renowned professor of ophthalmology, I've not heard of this before. Ophthalmology and a color vision researcher at the University of Washington School of Medicine, reminds us the profound effect of natural light, especially at sunrise and sunset, on our brains. Mr. Neitz' research has revealed that the role of specialized cells in our retinas, known as the IPRGCs, intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells, which are crucial in regulating our internal clocks and influencing our mood and alertness levels. These cells do not respond to white light, but are very responsive to blue light. Yellow and orange colors of the sky at sunrise and sunset, he tells the Epoch Times. This color sensitivity is vital for resetting our internal clocks each day. Exposure to the colorful dawn sky activates these IPRGCs, sending signals to our brain's master clock to align with the new day. Lacking this natural reset, our rhythm can misalign, causing delayed waking and sleep difficulties. When is delayed, people have to be up when the internal clock says that they should be sleeping in the morning. Mr. Neitz notes, underscoring the internal clock's impact on sleep and well-being. Nearly all of life on Earth is deeply connected to the cycle of the sun. A University of Cambridge study reveals that an early morning burst of plant activity, linking it to the sunrise, they found that within an hour of dawn, plants see a gene activity surge in light response, stress, and growth hormones. This dawn burst aligns plant circadian rhythms with the daylight cycle, affecting flowering and growth. Morning sunlight, a natural mood enhancer and brain booster. The day's first light significantly enhances mood and cognition. A growing body of research indicates that exposure to morning sunlight can profoundly impact our mental health and brain performance. Morning light improves moods by increasing serotonin levels, increasing alertness, and shifting or stabilizing circadian rhythms. Helen Burgess from the University of Michigan told the Epoch Times. Studies show morning light therapy can match antidepressants in improving moods. And again, when is sleep ever prescribed to treat depression and anxiety? My guess is it's not, because it's free. Mood enhancement from morning light goes beyond happiness, offering health benefits. By elevating serotonin levels, morning sunlight helps to reduce pain. She explained in a webinar, the circadian photoreceptors in the brain are most responsive to blue wavelengths, which naturally occur at dawn, Ms. Burgess explained. A study in the Journal of Sleep Research demonstrates that exposure to bright light in the morning can notably increase alertness. The research on college students found that just 1.5 hours of bright light early in the day not only improved sleep quality, but also significantly reduced morning sleepiness, emphasizing the role of morning light in enhancing daily alertness. Incorporating morning light in daily routines is like using a natural medicine. Ms. Burgess draws parallels between food as a medicine and morning light's potential role, positioning morning sunlight as a vital element of health. Man. So here are some tips for you, yeah? Make sure you jot these down. How to harness morning sunlight for better health. Incorporating morning sunlight into daily routines can boost health, according to neuroscientist Andrew Huberman. Here are practical tips for maximizing morning sunlight benefits. Aim for sunlight within that first to 60 minutes after waking, ideally within 5 minutes of sunrise, ideally before seeing artificial light. So put your phone down. It can wait. Reclaim your time. It can wait. Adjust duration based on weather. At least 5 minutes on a sunny day, 10 minutes on a cloudy days, and 30 minutes on an overcast day. So that just tells us what? That even on the days when you don't see the sun is still there and you still get the benefits. The rays travel through the clouds. I've always believed that, which is why I still go out for my daily walks. Clouds, sun, mixture of both. Being outside is crucial, as windows may block essential wavelengths. Direct eye contact with the sun isn't necessary. Looking in its direction without directly staring at it is sufficient. Use regular contacts or glasses, but not sunglasses or blue light blockers. That's something I have to remind myself, because even now I'm wearing my blue blockers, which, to be fair, I'm staring at a device, but I now have to remind myself when I go for walks. I'm so accustomed to wearing them. Strive for morning light exposure on at least 80% of days. I think we can manage that, no? Evening sunset views signals the days enter your body, countering artificial light effects. And post-sunset, minimize bright artificial lights, opting for dim, low-level lighting. I quite prefer and enjoy candles myself. While there's no perfect replacement for the natural light of morning, if it isn't readily available where you live, consider creating alternatives such as using a ring light. This practice, crucial for aligning your circadian rhythm, may also significantly boost your mood and focus. Modifying indoor lighting to mimic the natural light cycle can be beneficial, working around in less than ideal conditions. Boom! Did you love it? Because you learning how to retrain yourself to sleep, so to speak, can literally save your life. That's all I have for you guys. That's it. And for today, nothing else. Bye.